In the last episode, the Demon Emperor had prepared his entire army, and now he was ready to start the Holy War. Now in the next scene, we see that some soldiers are saving their lives and running away, and they are saying that we have to tell about this news quickly. But then, we see that another soldier gets stuck in the attack. But even after this, he tells his comrade that you go quickly, and he doesn't worry about his life. After this, we see how that soldier also ran away, and he quickly tells this to Master Han and the rest of the people. Then we see that after hearing about this, Master Han was also completely surprised, and he says that, "What is this? Is Long Houchen immortal?" Now that's why we see that, after knowing about this, Master Han was very upset, and he says that after all, what do we want to do with Long Houchen? Then after hearing this, another master says that this thing is not about taking revenge suddenly. In fact, the army that Demon Clan has sent here, they are the most powerful in the last 1,000 years. Now that's why we see that they also get very upset after knowing about this, and he says that something must have happened to Demon there. But then we see that another master gets angry, and he says that how is it possible that Long Houchen went to his house? But then we see that Hall Master also gets very upset thinking about this, and he says that I am afraid that maybe this thing is beyond your imagination. Then we see that he starts telling about the incident last night, where his seal throne resonated with him as if it had never happened before. Then he tells that night I saw something very strange, where I saw that a demonic pillar of Demon Clan was destroyed. But now after hearing about this, everyone was very surprised by this, because no one was believing this. That's why he also says that how is this possible? Because this has never happened in 1,000 years. Then Hall Master says that when I sensed that the demonic pillar was destroyed, then suddenly, the divine seal throne of eternity and creation started calling. That's why I want to tell you that I didn't feel this call. In fact, 2 more divine seal knights had felt about it. Then he says that maybe the throne wants to tell us something, and maybe he wants to say that we will have to deal with this situation. But the strangest thing about this is that it was triggered by Long Houchen for the first and last time. After which we feel that everyone is surprised to hear about this, and they can't say anything about it. But the same Hall Master began to understand about this, and he says that it seems that the destruction of the demonic pillar is actually related to Long Houchen, but still we see that they are not ready to believe it. And he says that there are at least 7 people, and apart from this, their group has only been promoted at the handsome level, and that's why I don't understand how they can do this. Then a master says that we will think about it later, because at this time it is most important for us to find Long Houchen and his companions, and that's why we should think about it first. Then we see that Master Han also gets ready for it, and he says that if we talk about the position of Demon Hunting Tower, then it is confirmed from this, that Long Houchen and his group had appeared in the last part of Jakoi Sing Sing's pass, which is closest to the Exorcism Pass. Then after knowing this, Master Han says that immediately issue the leader's order, so that the non-preparatory person of the Exorcism Pass can be summoned, and then they leave to find out about Long Houchen. Then we see that the rest of the people were also ready to do this. But then we see that someone comes here to report, and tells that the Guardians have told you to tell me, because they are going to personally take their grandson. Then hearing about this, Master Han seems to be more worried, and says that it seems that there is going to be a very dangerous battle here. That's why if there is no Guardian in the Jade Dragon Pass, then actually this is a very big problem. But then, the messenger says that, you don't have to worry about this, because the demon army that attacked in the Jade Dragon Pass, there were a total of 8,315 demons, but no one was able to do anything in front of the Guardian, and they have all been killed one by one. Then we see that Master Han and Master Yan don't say anything about this. Then in the next scene we see the scene of a place where many demons were spread, and their leader says that you search here carefully, because I clearly heard that someone was moving here. Then we come to know that there is no one else here, but there is a group of Long Houchen who were hiding behind the tree to save themselves. Then we also hear that the metal makes a little noise. That's why as soon as the demons hear his voice, they immediately use their power to attack here. But still we see that they were immediately aside from here, and that's why they didn't get anything from this attack. Then we also see that Sima Xian starts getting ready to attack them. But still, Long Houchen stopped him from doing so. But there we see that the demon are not so easy to kill. That's why he says that you come out quickly, because we have found you. But still, we think that Long Houchen didn't want to do anything in a hurry, and that's why he gets ready to attack them. But he still doesn't attack them. Then we see that the demon are getting closer to them. But then, we see that the birds come out of there. That's why the demons think that they heard this voice because of this. That's why they don't search much about it. And then they all start coming back from there. But then we see that Care was also hiding on the tree there, and she has a cute bird in her hand. Then after a while we see that the demon go ahead from here. That's why they don't worry much about it now. And they also come out of their own place. Then we see that Lincoln also starts getting very worried about this, and he says that this is very strange. And why are there so many demons in Jet Demon Mountain Range? But then we see that Long Houchen also didn't understand about this. And he also starts thinking that why is the Demon Clan doing this? But then, he suddenly sees that something was happening with Han Yu. That's why he gets very upset when he sees this. And he starts asking that what is happening with you, Han Yu. Then Han Yu tells him that the power of the Heritage Crown is suddenly fluctuating. And then he says that we will have to defeat the Angel of the Ninth Pillar Demon. Then in the next scene, we see the scene of a demon palace, where a lot of demons were roaming here and there. But then, suddenly he feels that some power is being generated up there, which makes him very upset about all this, because suddenly, a lot of pressure was created on them, and that's why he doesn't understand what's going on with them. But then, we see that there is another demon god, who asks him where are the other demons. Then he tells them to tell them to come quickly, because I want to meet them. Then in the next scene, we see that the demon god came inside and sat down, where he feels that I don't know what is wrong and what is right. Then at this time we see that a shadow starts roaming here. But there the demon god also found out about it, and says that this is in my heart. Then we see that the demon god comes from behind to attack, but the demon god used his power to capture him very easily, and that's why the demon can't do anything in front of him. But then, we see that another demon also came here to attack the demon god. But there the demon god also captures him very easily, and that's why the demon god also can't do anything in front of him. Then we see that he throws them down. But then we see that another demon also came here, and says that it was nice to meet the new commander. Then the demon god says that the emperor himself has given me an order about it, and that's why I myself came here to the capital. But then he says to him that do you want to waste my time like this? Then we see that a demon starts apologizing for his mistake. And then he tells that when I was here, then at that time I had gone to deal with a group of some flattering people. But then, we see that the demon god gets angry for this, and says that you took so much time for some flattering people. But do you know that if you don't catch Long Hao Chen, then what will be the result of this? Then we see that he uses his pressure to torture him like this. After which the demon says that I have locked the exorcism pass in the demon human training. That's why now no one can come from there, and no one can go from there. And apart from this, I have also received information that Long Hao Chen has not yet returned to the exorcism pass. Then the second demon says that tomorrow we can start attacking there. But we see that the lady demon is not ready to do this, and says, that is the exorcism pass more important than Long Hao Chen? Then he says that we should first wait for Long Hao Chen to come, after which we can easily surround them. And then we can also kill Long Hao Chen in the Jet Demon Mountain. Then we see that the other demon was also ready for this, and says that everything is ready in the Jet Demon Mountain. That's why as soon as Long Hao Chen enters the Yuga Mountain there, then there will be no way for him and his team to get out of there. But we see that the demon god is not happy with any one of them, and says that you are very useless, and do you even know where he is at the moment? But we see that he is not able to give any answer to the core demon about this, because Long Hao Chen did not know anything about the exorcism. Then we see that the demon god gets ready to use his angelic lion power, and says that now he will have to do something for himself. Otherwise, we can't find Long Hao Chen because of them. Now, after saying so much, we see that he starts using his angelic lion power, and says that the range of the exorcism mountain is quite large. That's why it won't be so easy to find Long Hao Chen there. Then we see that he has started using this power to control the creature, so that he can keep an eye on them by using them, and thus be able to find out about Long Hao Chen easily. Then he says that now this whole place will be under the surveillance of my angelic line. That's why Long Hao Chen can't escape from my eyes. And that's why, as soon as he comes out, he will get stuck in it. But there we see that Long Hao Chen had found out about it. That's why they all start running to escape from there. And Han Yu tells them that angelic line is only 500 meters behind. Then we see that Long Hao Chen makes a plan with the elders, and then they divide and move forward and destroy the enemy. So this episode ends here. But if you like the explanation, then do tell by commenting. And if you are excited for its next part, then do like this video.